All right, y'all, it's March the 6th. It's time to look at some of these beds that we've had in front of the store. This lettuce that Ruth has planted has come up well. It needs to be thinned. The way you thin it is you cut little places. You don't pull it because you're gonna mess up the babies, and you get pretty aggressive at it. And you'll be surprised at how these others will come back out and you have to do it again. We'll show you some other thin later. You take these, you fry one piece of bacon, you put that in the drippings, and it's wonderful. This spinach now needs to start being harvested. You break off no more than a third of the leaves at a time, and it benefits well. You get a few old leaves like that, gray-haired ones, throw them away. But the more you cut, the more you harvest. That bed there is some out-of-date Super Sugar Snap sweet peas we had. We put here strictly as a cover crop. It's way too thick to grow for a crop, but it's taking a lot of nitrogen and air and put it in the ground. And these little ends are, again, wonderful in a salad or wonderful wilted down in good old bacon fat. All right, let's go across the way here. If you get lettuce plants, this is the proper spacing for plants out of the greenhouse, because these plants are going to get big, sort of like those spinach plants over there. This is the wall of water after a week of Ruth's tomato in here. It's growing nice and big. These are the onions and kale that made it through the cold spell. Some of the kale is beginning to try to flower. This has been here since last fall. You just pick that off and eat it, or use it as a salad. And if you cut that center out, you'll get more pickings off of these. This is endive, the bitter herb that's mentioned in Numbers and Deuteronomy in the Old Testament. That's a great salad mix. And these are just some other greens. These are where you're eating the plant versus a product of the plant. A product of the plant would be broccoli or cauliflower. Now let's go look at some stuff in the back. One other thing I did this morning is I went with a friend to help him clean up some around his aunt's barn. And we found some relics I want to show you. This is a 2-horse or 2-mule evener. The animal went here and here, and the implement was there, so the animal was pulling this way. This is another version of it with a hitch on it. 2-horse eveners. But what kind of mystery for us was we found a 3-horse evener. And this was the full-size horse or mule that was here, and there are 2 small ones. So this would have either been for training foals to pull a load, or perhaps for ponies, very small ponies. So it would be a horse or a mule and 2 smaller animals, 3 of them pulling the load, because the load is equally distributed the way these holes are. I've always heard people say their teenagers eat like a horse but work like a pony. So it probably took 2 ponies the same as a horse. But if anybody knows what that is, let me know. We found this wheel. This has got the old Script Ford logo on it. So I figure it's probably a Ford wheel for perhaps a T model, because it's got wooden spokes. Most of the A models, I think, had regular wheels. So that's a mystery. Maybe you can help with that. And the last mystery, which wasn't a mystery to me, but when you find a set of post hole diggers with the handles 2 different lengths, you wonder why in the world is that? It's not for digging a weird hole. It's because some good, smart redneck farmer, he broke it and he just cut it off, slid the handle down, poured 2 more holes, and you can tell the bolts are different. And here's the shoulder and here's the shoulder. So he just remade it, probably right out in the middle of the field, and fixed it right away. So when you find a set of post hole diggers that have unequal handle lengths, it's because they've been repaired. So there's the mysteries for the day. Now we'll see you next week.